the Sunshine State Conference of the University of Tampa would like to welcome you to the semifinals of the 2025 SSC Men's Lacrosse Championship presented by Pollo Campero. This afternoon we have the number 1 seeded Tampa Spartans versus the number 4 seeded Embry Riddle Eagles. The winner of today's contest will advance to the finals of the SSC Men's Lacrosse Championship on Saturday, April 26th on the campus of the highest remaining seed. At this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And here are today's starters, beginning with the Embry Riddle Eagles, who finished the regular season with a record of 8-6 and 3-3 in the Sunshine State Conference. Number 5, Pete Abbott. Number 7, Kellen Padgett. Number 12, Hudson Kirk. Number 17, Alex Zubor. Number 23, Nolan Carfagna. Number 24, Trevor Nitzwicki. Number 27, Trey Dring. Number 36, Leo Moletto. Number 66, Bobby Sear. And in goal is number 44, Reed Kerr. Head coach of the Eagles is John Jett. And for the University of Tampa Spartans, number 4, Ryan Kemp. Number 6, AJ Pascarella. Number 8, Tom Rotura. Number 13, Jackson Bashaw. Number 20, Davis Lindsay. Number 22, Conley Stone. Number 27, Michael Flores. Number 33, Jack Huntington. Number 41, Gordy Gumble. And in goal, number 23, Connor Terrio. Head coach of the Spartans is J.B. Clark.
Good afternoon from the Nemoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. This afternoon, it is a SSC tournament semifinal as the Tampa Spartans play host to the Embry Riddle Eagles. I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Jesse Kask, and a do-or-die, I don't want to say winner-take-all, but obviously a lot on the line this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely.
The winner of this game will play the winner of the Rollins versus Lynn game, which is being played at 6 o'clock tonight. Those two winners will go head-to-head on Saturday for the Sunshine State Conference Championship. Spartans wearing all white this afternoon, starting off going right to left, and they have the game's opening possession against Embry Riddle wearing all blue. Their starting goaltender is Reed Kerr. And it looked like it was about to be first shot of the game. There it is. Shot taken by Ronan Sanchez. A save made. The Spartans get the rebound. And backing up is Ryan Kemp behind the Eagles' net. Tries to work his way out front. Is watched. Up top it goes. And Ortega sending it over. A bump. And losing his helmet was Aaron Cho. And no call made as the Eagles go back the other way. And Cho promptly heading off the field. And I would not say that that was accident. That was a very aggressive collision.
Yeah.
These two teams know each other very well, having just played here on this very field 11 days ago, a 13-4 Spartan victory. And here's Embry Riddle with their opening possession. Pass for Keefe. Tim Keefe tried to turn the corner, couldn't, and now gives up a pass for Harper. Harper looks for a lane, sends it into the corner. Behind the Spartans net it goes, and they work it to the other side of the field and back up top to Keefe again. Tim Keefe beats the defender, Shane Leonard, but carries on behind the net. And now is watched back there by Devin Rasmus. And the Spartans take over. I wondered, Jesse, if the Spartans, or the Eagles for that matter, spent much time watching video of the first game, or in a game that one-sided, if you say, throw that one out the window.
No, definitely go back and watch films, see things that the Spartans do, Eagles do, offense, defense. Definitely go back and look for the next game.
Kemp sending it up top for Rafe Bradshaw. Down goes the defender. A left shot, scores! That's Zach Johnson. From long range, and it comes 2:46 into the opening quarter.
Great goal start early in the game. Yep, 1-0.
Up over the shoulder of goaltender Reed Kerr. Zach Johnson had 6 goals during the regular season, and Spartans, what a 2025. Perfect in all 16 regular season games, although it did take overtime to win game number 16. Here's a shot coming, hit the goalpost. Shot by Zach Friend. And Tampa on the far side of the field. Here's Friend once again over for Bomstad. Bomstad bumping. Friend once again takes a shot, and nice save there by Kerr. The first game between these two teams, it was only 2-1 Spartans at the end of the first quarter. And this one, you might say, starting out a little slowly. Teams feeling each other out, even though they did just play each other 11 days ago.
Yeah.
That's Ryan Kemp. Up top for Ortega. Over it goes to Cho. Aaron Cho across the line is bumped by the defender, carries on. Looks for an open teammate. Behind the net it goes. And making his way out in front with the shot was Davis Lindsay. And a nice save made by Reed Kerr. Kerr with an opportunity to get in the flow early, whereas Terrio has not really been tested in the Spartans net yet.
Yeah, I don't even think he has a shot yet.
There is one shot on goal credited for Embry Riddle, although I don't believe it was of the high scoring percentage variety. So Embry Riddle back to work now. Down went Lucas Anthony, able to get the ball back, however. And now this is Christian Hoffer with it. I guess an indication, Jesse, of shots on goal don't mean as much as people put so much emphasis on it. 4-1 shots on goal in favor of the Spartans so far, and only the one goal between the two teams combined to show for it.
Yeah. Definitely depends on the shot selection of the shots.
And for the hockey fans out there, kind of looks like last night's Lightning game. They outshot Florida tremendously and yet lost 6-2. Embry Riddle, a long pass up ahead. Leo Mileto drops a pass back. Slow setting up. Hoffer sends it to his left. To the corner it goes, and now behind the Spartans net. Looking for a lane was Anthony, and nothing given by the Tampa defense. Still plenty of time, 35 on the shot clock, as down went Hinson. And now Anthony with a pass over to the other side of the field. Hoffer tries to beat the defender, gets inside, sends it behind the net. They tried to look out in front. There's a bounce shot, they score. Connor Hinson. And the patience of the Eagles offense pays off as they tie it up.
Eagles goal scored by number 42, Connor Hinson. The assist to number 6, Pete Abbey.
Hinson only had 5 goals in 11 games. And so for head coach John Jez, got to be pleased getting a contribution from someone that is not the one that's the go-to goal scorer.
By looking at the score of this game now and last, it looks like it's going to be a tighter game. Both teams came to play today.
Spartans send it behind the Eagles net. Now to this side of the field, Kemp. And up top, Grant Green fires it across. On the move is Zach Johnson. And the Spartans work the perimeter now. Johnson has the Spartans goal. And there's a bounce shot by Davis Lindsay that'll go out of play. Possession stays with Tampa. Grant Green will put it back in. Working from the far corner, has a step, takes a shot, scores! Grant Green, it seems as though the defense might have let up a little bit.
Yeah. Kind of let him have that shot.
Scored by number 3, Grant
Far
Green.
side
His goal
with the
was
shoulder
unassisted.
of Kerr. And so the Spartans answer back quickly after Embry Riddle had tied it up. Exactly 7 minutes left in the first quarter. And now the face-off. Neither team able to possess it yet. That's Michael Flores for the Spartans. And down went Andrew Ewalt, who took the face-off for the Eagles as the pass goes into the corner. Spartans with the possession here after answering right back following the Embry Riddle goal. 50-5-0, 50 seconds apart, those two goals. And there's another goal by the Spartans.
Wow. I don't think Embry Riddle saw that one coming. They just let him walk right down the side.
Spartan goal, scorer number 5,
Gavin Bomstad with the goal.
His goal was unassisted.
And here's the replay as Bomstad came right in. For all intents and purposes, uncontested. 3-1 with 6:19 to go in the first quarter. And as I had mentioned, it was 2-1 Spartans after the first quarter complete in the game between these two teams 11 days ago. And now the Eagles trying back the other way, and the shot that goes wide and out of play off the stick of Kamuzzi. And the visitors put it back into play on the far side of the field. Keefe with it, looks to the sidelines, and out came his teammate Christopher Harper. That's him with the ball. Harper tries a little spin move, and now the other way. Good defense by the Spartans to slide over and help. However, Harper has a lane, and a nice save made by Terrio. And now the Spartans in transition. Away goes Shane Leonard. Pass over for Bashaw. And they send it down behind the Embry Riddle net. Ryan Kemp in the near corner. Being watched loosely. And starts to make his move to line up directly behind the Eagles net. Now makes a move towards the net and stops and passes up top. Gets it right back from Kesselring. In the corner, that Shane Leonard. He'll try the other side of the net, a low shot. And that one's going to go out of play. And turned over. Those are the breaks that the Eagles are going to need, that they're going to need to take advantage of. Let's see how they do on this trip down the field as they pass it into the far corner. That's Christian Hoffer, sends it way up top. Anthony. Tries to go one-on-one against Aiden Casara, goes down and is able to hold on to it. And up top, Mileto. Hoffer, there's a missed pass. It's going to roll towards the sideline, and it's raked back in by the Eagles. Ball still in play, and the Spartans come out of the pack with it. It was Harry Boland that picked it up, plays it back to his goaltender, Terrio. So a missed opportunity for Embry Riddle. As there's a pass over for Green. Grant Green across midfield, across the Embry Riddle line. This is Bradshaw, shot scores! Rafe Bradshaw, and it looks like Jesse, so far, all the shots that have gone in have been up high. You have to wonder if that's the book on Reed Kerr.
Yeah, all shots have been top right.
Comes with 3:18 remaining in the first quarter. Rafe Bradshaw had 18 goals in 16 games played. And gets one here to give his team a 3-goal lead. Face-off win for the Eagles. they're going to have to hope for more of those to give themselves that many more possessions and chances at the Tampa net. Tim Keefe with it for Embry Riddle. Over for Christopher Harper, who had just stepped on. Harper, lefty, shot goes out of play. Offer sends it up top. Keefe looks to his right, and now he gives it back instead to Harper. Offer over for Keefe. Nice job by the Spartans to shut down that lane. Collision on the far side, and nothing there for Harper. And down goes Christian Harper, and the Spartans able to cause a turnover. Across midfield it goes. Across the Eagles line. That's AJ Pascarella. And now behind the Eagles net. Kesselring sends it over as the Spartans make some personnel changes. Taken into the corner by Connor McDonough. Quick pass behind the net, out in front it comes. And no shot taken as Kesselring gives up a pass. Now Friend over for Lindsay. Davis Lindsay weighing his options. Splits the defender, sends a pass that misses, and able to chase it down just in time is Kesselring. And Kesselring, hit the goalpost. And a big rebound that goes to the Embry Riddle sideline. And of course, a fresh shot clock for Tampa. Here is Zach Friend jogging it down the near sideline. Being watched loosely by Kellen Paget. Now he closes the gap. Friend being chased. Pass to Lindsay, scores! Davis Lindsay, and this time they beat her low.
Number 20, Davis Lindsay. The assist
And it
to
comes
number
with
2,
just
Zach
4
Friend.
seconds left in the opening quarter. And now a 5-1 Spartan lead. And that's a backbreaker with just 4 seconds remaining.
Yeah, last game too, they were scoring like with the last few seconds of each quarter.
This is Jordan Naso on the face-off for the Spartans, and was picked up by Zubor for the Eagles, but the horn goes to end the first quarter of play. The Spartans with a 4-goal lead. It's 5-1 after the opening quarter, and we'll be back with the second quarter here on TampaSpartans.tv.
And Instagram.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, where the Spartans have a 5-1 lead after one. And Jesse, the first game that these two teams played 11 days ago, it was the second quarter where the wheels really came off for the Eagles. The Spartans outscored them 7-0 in the second quarter, meaning that in the other three quarters combined, it was only 6-4 Spartans. How scarred do you think the Eagles might be from that second quarter from the last time?
Yeah, they're definitely thinking about it this
Your
time.
attention, please.
I
Now
mean,
in goal for the
Tampa
Eagles,
has a
number
big
8,
gap
Kurt
right now,
Rosinger.
so they just gotta try to get back.
Teams, of course, have changed ends. And you see the Spartans now going left to right. And with the first with the first possession of the second quarter, in that opening quarter, the shots on goal were 8-3 in favor of the Spartans. Face-offs were close. 4 out of 7 were won by U Tampa, as they try to continue to add to their lead. A long shot scores! Ronan Sanchez, 39 seconds in, and the lead grows to 6-1.
21, Ronan Sanchez. His goal was unassisted.
Unassisted, and trying to be diverse in their shot selection against Reed Kerr. The book on him might have been shoot high, and any adjustments that he might be making, it seems as though there's a little chess match going on.
Yeah, they're definitely changing their shot selection now.
And on the face-off, chased by a player from both teams, and the Eagles able to come up with it. And we have a goaltending change, as Embry Riddle now has Carter Grosinger having taken over for Reed Kerr. And it results in a Eagles goal at the other end of the field.
2, Tim Keefe. His goal was unassisted.
Tim Keefe gets the goal. I wonder, Jesse, how much psychologically does it do when you're out there playing and your coach changes goaltenders to shake things up across the team?
It's definitely a head game for the goalie. I mean, he was standing on the sidelines for the first quarter. He's got to get warmed up and then just hop in the game. So I feel like that's a lot of pressure for him.
Could that change that they made play some part in, okay, let's rally around this, and all of a sudden they do have a goal?
Maybe. It really depends on the game, I think.
And that could be some of the gamble that the coach knows he's making when he rolls the dice and says, let's give it a shot. Give up 5 goals in the first quarter. We need to get back in it somehow.
Yeah, definitely. I think the goalie change was definitely it's gonna be helpful for the Eagles.
As the Spartans work it up top, Green sending it over. A little spin move there by Johnson. Behind the net it goes. Working out in front, Kemp has lane, takes a shot and scores. Ryan Kemp.
Definitely changing the shot selection. Each goal it's kind of started to go just low now.
Scoring number 4, Ryan
A
Kemp.
great individual
His
effort
goal
by
was
Kemp,
unassisted.
working his way out in front, and then makes the play to get in. See the replay here. As gets himself open in from close range against Grosinger. And so the Spartans regain the 5-goal lead, 7-2.
Wow. That's a shot out of bounds.
And the Eagles put it back in play. Up top, Christian Hoffer. Lucas Anthony as the defender. Shane Leonard stayed with him. Back up top it goes for Hoffer. To the far sideline. Starts his move, is checked. Looked like he was going to pass in front, instead behind the net, and now to this side. And up top it goes once again. Quickly, the Eagles work the perimeter. Shot clock at 30 seconds. And down went Trey Dring. Dring frustrated as the Spartans go back the other way. On the run is Shane Leonard. Pass and an acrobatic move, not able to pull it in. And so turned right back over. And the goaltender, Grosinger, sends it to the other side of the field. Trouble at midfield as now they connect with Luke Barber as he stops right on the restraining line. Leaves it back for Mileto. That's Keefe. Fake to the pass. Now drops it off. We don't see a lot of the hidden ball trick.
No. Not like you do in box lacrosse.
Keefe up top. It's Pete Abbas. And now the pass to the other side of the field. A little bit of a lane, high traffic, ball is loose. And a bunch of them battle for it, and the Spartans come out of the pack with it. Cody Gombold lays it back to his goaltender, Terrio. We're down to 10 and a half minutes remaining in the second quarter. Pass up ahead, Devin Rasmus. McDonough. And that's Bomstad, who had just stepped onto the field. Bomstad, a little burst of speed, has a lane, cuts in, pass in front. And they tried the quick stick, and down went Kesselring, now out in front. And Lindsay takes it all the way up top. Friend tries to get around the defender. A long shot goes out of play. Possession still with you, Tampa. Shot clock stopped. And
Timeout, Tampa.
we will take a timeout as well and be back with more lacrosse right here on TampaSpartans.tv. The timeout was called by Embry Riddle, trailed by 7-2. And these are not only Sunshine State Conference rivals, but this is an SSC tournament semifinal. The winner going to the Sunshine State Conference Championship game on Saturday. It's the winner of tonight's Rollins versus Lynn contest. Rollins ranked number 3, Lynn ranked number 2. Embry Riddle is ranked number 4 in the conference. are ranked number 19 nationally, and the Spartans ranked number 1 in both. And they have the ball on the far side of the field. There's a shot coming. It's going to go wide and out of play by Bomstad. And the Spartans will need to hurry now with only 14 left on the shot clock. Kemp takes a shot, scores! Now that's one way to solve the shot clock winding
by
down.
number 4, Ryan Kemp. His goal was unassisted.
Unassisted, and now a 6-goal lead with 9:26 remaining in the first half. And those have to be backbreakers, Jesse, when you think you're about to get a shot clock violation and a turnover, and it ends up in the back of your own net.
Yeah. Tampa loves those buzzer beaters.
To the corner, the Spartans with another possession as Jack Huntington sends a pass up ahead that connects with Pascarella. Top it comes, and now for Cho. Cho with a couple of spin moves, and finally sends a pass behind the net to Davis Lindsay. Lindsay takes a shot that goes out of play. And now putting it back into play is Kesselring. Kesselring sends it up top. Cho over here now for Sanchez. Sanchez across the Eagles line, has a lane, and the defender slid over at the last minute. Nice play by Spoladoro to shut that down for the Eagles. Cho with it again for the Spartans. Cho has a lane, takes a shot, and it's going to go wide and out of play on the far side of the field. And the official right there to rule possession for the Spartans. And 12 seconds now on the shot clock. Lindsay Kemp behind the back, and a save made by Grosinger. And so the Eagles come away with a possession this time. And across midfield, Luke Barber for Mileto. Keefe has it, waits for his team to finish making changes. Drops it off for Christopher Harper. Harper on the move, being chased by Boland. Nice little spin move. Oh, a defender comes over, and we have a flag being thrown, and we'll have our first call of the game approximately halfway through the second quarter. And let's see who this is going to go against.
Tampa penalty to number 70, Harry
Penalty
Bowen. 30
for
seconds for legal procedure.
illegal play without stick. Number 70, Harry Boland.
Now the door opens a little bit for the Eagles on this 32nd man-up situation, and they score.
That was quick. They any way they needed to do with a man-up situation.
Pete Abbas takes advantage
Eagles goal.
and cuts it
Scored by
to
number
a
60,
5-goal
Abbott.
Tampa lead. Abbas scores with 7:08 remaining in the second quarter, beating Connor Terrio, and now the face-off at midfield between Zubor for the Eagles and Michael Flores for the Spartans, and Flores wins it, keeps it himself, and now sends a pass up ahead, heads off the field. And Lindsay, the pass back for Green. Grant Green sends it up top. Rafe Bradshaw crossing the Eagles line, gets past the defender. Bradshaw scores! Wow, a hard shot.
That was out far, top right.
Bradshaw over the shoulder of Carter Grosinger, and the Spartans answer right back.
Bradshaw. His goal was unassisted.
And they did this before when Embry Riddle scored and Spartans answered back 50 seconds later. Those two goals were 23 seconds apart. And now the Spartans in possession again as it's in the far corner. Up top they send it. Bomstad. And now on the run, and no shot taken as McDonough held onto it. Now comes out this side and scores. Connor McDonough single-handedly, a play that you might as well say started from all the way up at the restraining order.
Yeah.
And that one certainly is unassisted as he broke in from inside the Embry-Riddle line, carried on behind the net, came out around the other side, and beats Grosinger for double digits as the U-Tampa lead is now 10-3.
Another goalie change for Embry Riddle. Number 44, Reed Kerr, is back in net.
Well, interesting that John Jez, the head coach, goes from Kerr to Grosinger and now back to Kerr. And here come the Spartans looking for more. Spin move, Cho, a long shot. And Kerr may have gotten a piece of that one. It also hit off the pipe. And the official right there on the sideline say that possession stays with the Spartans. And so Bashaw puts it back into play. Cho sends it across for Sanchez. Fires it to the far corner and now in behind the Eagles net. Reset up top. Spin move by Sanchez. Puts his shoulder down and no shooting lane there. Passes into the corner instead. Kesselring. Up top it comes. Cho. Across the Embry-Riddle line. Cho puts his shoulder down and the defender won't give him up as the Spartans have to try the other side of the field. Davis Lindsay under attack, and the Eagles able to cause a turnover. Away they go. It's Bobby Sear. And now to Kamuzzi. Up ahead to Mileto. And gets it right back from Abbas. Mileto up top to Hoffer. A 7-goal Spartan lead, with a trip to the SSC championship game on the line. The Eagles from Embry-Riddle up in Daytona Beach. Looked like they had a shot there. Now they do and take it, and it goes out of play. Possession stays with the visitors. And this is Tim Keefe, but it looks like we're going to have a
Timeout, Spartans.
timeout called by the Spartans. And we'll be back with more lacrosse after this on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live, I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Jesse Kask, as the Spartans, with a 16-game winning streak in 2025, trying to win this playoff game here at home, as their opponent with the ball behind the net, and play resumes. And this is Keefe behind the Spartans net. There's a shot that goes wide and out of play, and possession will stay with the Eagles. Shot clock at 23. Keefe with it again. Pass for Abbas up top. There's a shot and out of play. Only 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Bobbled by Keefe, and now the Spartans able to cause the turnover. That was Jack Huntington, as Terrio sends that one way up ahead to Boland. Boland heads off as Bradshaw carried on, sent it behind the net, and now to this side of the field it comes for Bashaw. Up top, that's Green. Back it comes. Putting his shoulder down, and no shot available for Johnson. To the corner it goes, and now to the other corner. Now reset up top. And a nice little move to break free. No shooting lane for Bradshaw. Behind the net it goes. Out in front, there's a shot. They score. Rex Kesselring and the Spartans an 8-goal lead. 2:34 to go in the second quarter.
His goal was unassisted.
Spartans are almost making it look effortless.
Yeah.
These goals are really nothing of the physical variety where they're really having to fight for the shot selection and just finding different ways to beat the combination of Kerr and Grosinger. I think John Jez would probably be happier to see his defense a little bit more aggressive. As the Spartans with another possession here. To the back of the Eagles' net it goes. That's Lindsay. And now Bomstad looking to go one-on-one. Being bumped by the defender. Bomstad going to take a long shot, and that one goes wide and out of play. Ryan Kemp out in front, and a shot that misses the net and rolls out. You don't want to leave Ryan Kemp alone uncontested. Here's Bomstad trying to get past the defender. Bomstad looking to shoot, sends a pass over instead that misses and it goes out of play. And with only 8 seconds left on the shot clock anyways, it gets turned over. Only 80 seconds left here in the first half. And the Eagles, with a big uphill battle in front of them, trailing 11-3. This is Tim Keefe, who just stepped on the field. And now leaves a pass back for Harper. Harper on the run, has some room, drops a pass back instead. Keefe, a long shot, and that one goes out of play. Game clock and the shot clock are virtually identical. 42, 41, 40 left. Down goes Keefe, bounces back up. Pass into the corner. Up top it comes. Hoffer. I'm sure the Eagles had hoped to get a shot on goal by this point so that they could score and have a chance for one more before halftime.
Yeah. Right now, Tampa defense is not looking like the Eagles are going to get a shot off.
And look at that.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of aggressive play that I'm sure that the Eagles coach wish he was seeing from his team. As there's one that is fired into the stick of Kerr as the horn goes to end the first half. The Spartans outscore Embry Riddle 5-1 in the first and 6-2 in the second. It is 11-3 at halftime. And we will pause 10 minutes for the break and be back with more lacrosse after that on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live at the Nemoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, where the Tampa Spartans, who were the regular season Sunshine State Conference champions, are 30 lacrosse minutes away from advancing to play for the Sunshine State Conference Championship, and that will be against the winner of the 6 p.m. game between number 3 Rollins and number 2 Lynn. And Embry Riddle hoping to have something to say about that, despite trailing 11-3. And Jesse, they've made a goaltending change twice. What other adjustments could we look for that they could have made at halftime as the Spartans come in and score 8 seconds in?
Yeah, I don't know what their next move is, honestly. Maybe a few different plays they haven't pulled yet, different structure of defense. I don't think changing the goaltending again is going to be beneficial.
And for the record, that is Reed Kerr still in goal for Embry Riddle. He started the game, gave way to Carter Grosinger, came back, and now allows that goal by Michael Flores 8 seconds in, as the Spartans with a 9-goal lead. Embry Riddle was 9-6 in the regular season, and something that jumps out at me is Embry Riddle was 6-1 at home, but only 2-4 on the road.
Yeah, that's like home field advantage, they say.
And to struggle on the road and have to come to the number 1 team and play on their field is not the way that you want to have to open Sunshine State Conference play.
Also losing their last game on the road here to us, so.
Eagles with an opportunity here, as breaking in was Harper, pass to the corner, and now it's sent over from Mileto. Dring relays it back to Mileto. Behind the net, pops out the other side. There's a pass, and quickly they get it up top to Hoffer. And now here's Keefe on the move. Flips it back up. Quick pass, and now spinning in the shot. A nice save there by Terrio. And the ball caught up in Connor Terrio, and he finally fishes it out. And ready to restart. 1:37 into this third quarter. If you just came back to our broadcast, yes, it is 12-3. The Spartans scored that quickly after the opening faceoff. And now they are in possession once again. Another beautiful afternoon here in West Central Florida. Our current temperature is 89 degrees, and the feels like is 92, although I'm sure that down in the field it probably feels like even more than that.
Yeah, the turf, it's like, they say 30 degrees, well, Celsius, I don't know Fahrenheit, but 30 degrees hotter.
Embry Riddle starting back the other way. The Eagles, of course, no stranger to the Florida sun, coming down from northeast Florida up in Daytona Beach. This is Lucas Anthony with the ball for them. Gets across the line, pass into the corner, pulled down with one hand, and now back up top it comes for Joe Anderson. And that's Anthony again, the long shot. Terrio kicked the leg out. The shot was going to go wide and out of play nonetheless. And the Eagles on the restart. Christian Hoffer had a bit of a lane, and then it was closed up by Thomas Yavinsky for the Spartans. And turned over. And the Eagles could not afford trips down the field without a shot on goal, as the Spartans quickly to work on offense down the other way. Grant Green in possession for U Tampa. Bradshaw. And now good speed shown by Zach Johnson, but no opportunity for a shot, and they send it behind the net. Lindsay for Johnson. Behind the net it goes. Lindsay looking in front. And no white uniforms available, so he goes back behind the net. And now a pass to the other side of the field. Kemp, 13 on the shot clock. Kemp, and nice defense there. And the Eagles will successfully kill off the Spartan possession as it's turned over. Tim Keefe putting it back into play. I would think, Jesse, that we would see a little bit more urgency from Embry Riddle offensively. They seem very content to just work for the best shot instead of trying to go right to the net.
Yeah, definitely. Being down 9 goals, I'd be probably more trying to get a goal sooner rather than later.
Pass into the corner for the Spartans. And the turnovers to this point, 12 for Embry Riddle and 8 for the Spartans. And a stat like that will keep John Jez up at night, the Embry Riddle head coach. Keep in mind that we're only a little more than 5 minutes into the third quarter. There's a pass and wide open. And Jackson Bashaw with the finish.
He was left standing there by himself.
Tampa goal scored by number 13, Jackson Bashaw. The assist to number 20, Davis
I was going to say
Lindsay.
that you or I could have put this one in the net, but you're a lacrosse player. Of course you would put it in the net. So I'll leave you out of this, and I'll say I could have even scored that one. So Jackson Bashaw, the latest Spartan to get on the score sheet. And Spartans head coach J.B. Clark getting a balanced attack today. There are 2 players, Rafe Bradshaw and Ryan Kemp, that have 2 goals each. Otherwise, a list of players that each have 1. And here come the Spartans looking for more. Well, that one's going to go out of bounds and it'll be turned over. Bobby Sear sends it to his goaltender, Reed Kerr. And now back to Kerr. Ahead now to Gio. Crosses midfield. Stops. This is Leo Mileto, a sophomore from Towson, Maryland. As Joe Anderson backpedals and now makes a pass for Christian Hoffer. Hoffer across the line, a good burst of speed, gets inside and had it knocked free. And I think that's a good sign of just things not going the Eagles' way today. It looked like it was going to be a great scoring opportunity, and instead it ends up in the stick of the Spartans. They come right down and score again.
U Tampa goal scored by number 53, Rex Kesselring. The assist to number 13, Jackson Bashaw.
Rex Kesselring gets the goal. And it's a 14-3 Spartan lead with 7:57 remaining here in the third quarter. And this is the Spartans team that has been perfect the entire season. 16-0, 7-0 in the conference, 9-0 here at home. And firing on all cylinders here this afternoon. 5 goals in the first quarter, 6 in the second, and so far 3 in the third for this big 11-goal lead. And Jesse, what's troublesome if you're Embry Riddle is they only have 6 shots on goal the entire game.
Yeah, they definitely need to take more shots on goal if they want to catch up to the Tampa Spartans.
Yeah, they need 11 goals just to tie it, and yet they've only taken 6 shots to this point.
Yeah, so they're not even halfway there with the shots.
To the corner, Ryan Kemp. Johnson. Zach Johnson has one of the Spartan goals. Up top of the green. And there's a shot that's going to go out of play right as the shot clock expires. A frustrated Rex Kesselring took that shot, ran off the field. (14-3) is our score. And as I mentioned, these teams just played here 11 days ago, and 13-4 was the final in that one in favor of Tampa. They use the expression, it makes for a long bus ride home. After a loss, does it feel every minute of how long those trips are?
Especially losing with a big gap, for sure. And it's a bigger game. It's the SSC conference. So definitely going to hit a little bit harder if they lose. And long bus ride home.
Here come the Spartans back the other way. Bounce shot scores! Gordy Gombold.
Spartans score number 41, Gordy
The
Gombold.
assist.
The assist to
Now
number 4, Ryan Kemp.
12-goal Spartan lead with still 5.5 to go in the third quarter. And this has to be an even bigger challenge for the Embry-Riddle head coach, John Jez, at this point, because you look down your bench and see if there's somebody that might come in that could change your team's fortunes, and it's probably going to be players that have less experience.
Yeah, definitely the younger kids for sure.
Here's Terrio, the Spartans goaltender. Started to bring it up, now sends it over to the other side. And Huntington with a long pass up ahead. That's McDonough. As it goes in behind the Eagles' net. Over to this side now, Patrick Selhorn. Up top for Bomstad. Bomstad tries to get around the defender, now does, takes a lefty shot and scores. Top corner. And they are just picking their spots now.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
Tampa
shot.
score number 5, Kevin Bomstad. His goal was unassisted.
Unassisted by Bomstad with 4:47 left in the third. And Bomstad's second goal of the game. It goes from bad to worse as the Spartans in possession yet again. Tampa has scored 16 goals on 21 shots. An amazing scoring percentage. And the face-off's pretty one-sided as well, as the Spartans have won 16 of 21 face-offs. And they've got a pretty full shot clock to work with here. Up top, McDonough cuts in. He's pushed, carries on behind the net. McDonough tries the other side. Can't find an open teammate. And now they'll reset up top with Bomstad. Bomstad, a couple spin moves, and a shot that goes wide and out of play. Still Tampa ball, shot clock down to 20. And there's a bounce shot, they score. Rex Kesselring with the goal, and
scored by number 53,
just
Rex
making it look
Kesselring.
effortless at
His
this
goal
point.
was unassisted.
Yeah. They're taking every shot they get, and recently they've all been going in.
You have to wonder, Jesse, at this point, what it would hurt to not
Your
go back
attention
to
please
the other
now. Goal for the
goaltender.
Spartans, number
Yeah,
68,
right now we
Ryan
just had a
Kaplan.
goaltender for Tampa, subbing in Ryan Kaplan.
So Connor Terrio had played a little more than 41 minutes, allowed 3 goals, made 4 saves. Ryan Kaplan, the sophomore from Harrison, New York. And an opportunity here in the SSC tournament semifinal. Head coach J.B. Clark giving him some playing time. As Tampa still in possession here. And that's Bomstad. And make that 3 on the game now. Bomstad as the lead grows to 18-3.
Having Bomstad's having a game today.
And now we've got Jordan Naso out there to take the draw for the Spartans, opposed by Andrew Ewalt. And the Spartans win yet another face-off, as that's Patrick Selhorn. Spears. And now Safuni. J.B. Clark starting to give a few other players besides goaltender Ryan Kaplan a chance to see the field here. Safuni sends a pass behind the net to the other side. And up top, it's Max Kirby. And falling down was Robert Montgomery as the Eagles pick it up and head the other way. On the run, Luke Barber. Barber butts heads, takes a shot. It goes out of play, and the official back there to rule possession for Embry Riddle. 1 minute, 41 seconds left here in the third quarter. To the corner it comes, and now back for Anderson up top, and back to Joe Anderson again. Anderson looking for a lane, and he'll get it back from Hoffer. Trying to go one-on-one here against Shane Leonard is Joe Anderson. Flips the pass into the corner. 30 on the shot clock. Anthony Pass into the corner. Quick ball movement by the Eagles. It's lost, however, and the Spartans chase it down and go the other way. It's Desi Era. Behind the Eagles' net. 30 seconds left in the quarter. This is Jack Spears. And to the middle of the field it goes to Bomstad. Gives directions to his teammates. Ankowitz on the far side. Wyatt Ankowitz behind the net. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. The quarter's about to expire. And will the Spartans get a shot away? They do. But it goes out of play.
At the end of the third quarter,
And we're through three complete. The Spartans scored 5 in the first, 6 in the second, 7 in the third. They have an 18-3 lead. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of the SSC tournament semifinal after this break on TampaSpartans.tv. I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Jesse Kask. Spartans with an offensive onslaught this afternoon. 3 goals from Ryan Kesselring, 3 from Gavin Bomstad, 2 from Ryan Kemp, 2 from Rafe Bradshaw. And it has been all Spartans as they are just inside 15 lacrosse minutes away from advancing to the Sunshine State Conference Championship game, which will be played on Saturday. We talked about a long bus ride home, but a long fourth quarter ahead still if you're the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Spartans behind the Eagles net. Pass to Crumey. Crumey, as the defender stays with him, pass right in front, and they score. Patrick Selhorn, all 6'3" of him, towering over the goaltender Rosinger. They did go back to Rosinger again, and Selhorn beats him for a 19-3 lead.
Yeah, wow. Many goaltending changes.
And I do see what looks like 3 other goaltenders on their roster. Kind of wonder at that point, why not just
try one of them out?
Go for broke and, if nothing else, give one of them a chance to play in a high-stakes game. Meanwhile, Embry Riddle working on offense. Tim Keefe turns a corner. far side of the field, and now behind the net is Pete Abbas, and takes a shot that goes out of play. And by virtue of being the number 1 seed, the Spartans will host on Saturday, regardless of the outcome of tonight's game between Rollins and Lynn. The winner of that game will come here Saturday to play Tampa. And this one has been in hand for quite some time. 5-1 Tampa after one, and then it was 11-3 at halftime. And interestingly, the third quarter, the Spartans won 7-0, and they outscored Embry Riddle 7-0 in the second quarter, the last time these two teams played, which was just 11 days ago. There's a long shot coming, taken by Antkowitz, that went out of play. And this is where the men's game could benefit from the rule from the women's game, where a 10-goal lead equals a running clock.
Yeah.
There's a shot deflected, goes out. The official signaling for the reset of the shot clock. And this is Wyatt Antkowitz with it, the senior from Pennsylvania. The pass and left all alone. A nice save by Grosinger, but Connor McDonough, no defender near him. Grosinger, a junior, and Kerr, a junior, and so John Jez to wonder if he'll reevaluate his goaltenders for next year or pick between one of the two that will be seniors at that point.
Yeah. Maybe a transfer. Never know.
For the Eagles, this is Vandershally. It's passed over and going to be chased down and stopped in time by Joe Anderson before it went out. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Anderson is checked, looks for an open teammate. Across it comes for Harper. .15 on the shot clock. Harper flips the pass over. Shot clock winding down. And they lost it and turned over on the run. The Spartans heading back the other way. That's Casara. And that pass misses. And they'll go back the other way. Grosinger flips it. And now off to the races goes Geel. And Todd Geel has two Spartan defenders on him, gets the pass up ahead. And this is Andrew Vandershally. A long way from home. He's from way up in Washington State. And there's a shot that goes out of play. Vandershally gets the pass back again. Into the corner it goes. And now to the other side of the field. Keefe looking for an open teammate. To the corner it goes. And now for Hoffer. 15 on the shot clock. Hit the goalpost. Chased down. And 2 from each side there. And the Spartans are going to come away from it. I'm thinking about Vandershaly coming all the way from the Pacific Northwest. That's kind of where that common language of lacrosse comes in. You're going to come all the way here to Florida. You're not going to know anyone, but you're all talking about the same game.
Yep, definitely.
The quick way to bond and make friends amidst a room full of strangers.
100%. When you go to college and you're on like a sports team, all your teammates are like immediate friend group. So
8 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game, and the Spartans with a comfortable 19-3 lead. They have it behind the Embry Riddle net. Across the line, there's a shot coming. It goes out of play off the stick of Max Krumi, and the Spartans retain possession and put it back in about the only spot on the field where there's some shade. Spartans are on pace right now for what would be their largest margin of victory in SSC tournament play, far eclipsing the previous mark of 10, which was set in 2022. And I can't imagine that it's going to get much closer than 16. As we mentioned, with Embry Riddle only having 3 through 3.5 quarters, and only 8 shots on goal total for the whole game to this point.
yeah.
It almost seems as though the game plan for Embry Riddle should have been just shoot.
Yeah, at this point, just shoot probably would be the better game plan.
I'm half kidding, which means I'm half serious that, you know, maybe it's quantity and not so much quality. Let's just shoot the ball and not use up so much clock, and try to get as many as we can on at the start of the game. Terrio and now Ryan Kaplan. They've had 11 shots off goal for the record, so 19 shot attempts, but only 8 on goal. As you see, a loose ball there picked up by the Spartans. And away goes Ben Anton. And here's an opportunity at the other end. No, the Eagles defense there. And a collision here. Here's a shot taken, they score. And the sideline goes crazy for senior Aiden Wagner hitting the goal. That makes it a 20-3 Spartan lead with 6:09 remaining in the fourth.
The assist to 0, Jack Spears.
Jack Spears getting the assist. And now the face-off. We will see Max Rader for the Spartans. And for Embry Riddle, that was Bennett Hines. Ball is still loose. And now picked up by Embry Riddle. Coming out of the pack with it was Dylan McCauley, who is from just over the bridge in St. Pete. Up top with it, Hoffer. And that's Vandershaly. A little move that Matt Basso didn't fall for. And now on the run, Hoffer. A loose ball, long shot, scores! Sean Myers with the goal.
Eagles goal scored by number 19, Sean Myers.
And it's unassisted
This goal
as
was
the
unassisted.
Eagles get their first goal since the second quarter to make the score 20-4. And it comes with 5:06 left in the game. And now we'll have the face-off. Bennett Hines for Embry Riddle once again. And that was Max Rader taking another face-off for the Spartans. You saw him come down single-handedly, widen out of play as play has restarted. And the Spartans reset up top. As this is Ankowitz, pass in the middle, and they score. A bounce shot by Connor McDonough.
Tampa goal scored by number 29, Connor McDonough.
21-4 with
The
4:40
assist, number
remaining.
28, Wyatt Ankowitz.
And that's the second goal of the game for McDonough. And just a laundry list of goal scorers this afternoon for head coach J.B. Clark. As I had mentioned before, there are two Spartans, Gavin Bomstad and Rex Kesselring, that have 3 goals each. But otherwise scoring up and down the lineup as the Spartans in possession here again. This is kind of that balance of you don't really need a goal, you might as well use the whole shot clock, but for some of the guys that are getting in a game that otherwise don't see the field, kind of the momentum is there, the blood is flowing, and you want to see if you can get yourself on the score sheet.
Yeah, definitely.
.30 still on the shot clock. As that's John Ware. Takes a long shot and a save made by Grosinger. Looks for an open teammate. To this side of the field it comes. Bobbled and then picked up by Kamuzzi. And for James Meek. Meek, who is a face-off specialist, is off the field. Meanwhile, Abbas sends it up top for Joe Anderson. And now Hinson flipping it over to Hoffer. Christian Hoffer across the Tampa line, has some room, takes a bounce shot, and stopped by Kaplan. And now he's chased and gets a pass off to the other side of the field. Up ahead it goes to Aiden Wagner at midfield. Alec Foz. And here's Krumie. There's Ankowitz, who had the assist on the McDonough goal. 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the game. Spartans on their way to their 17th consecutive victory. And that's just 2025. Pass behind the net. A perfect regular season, 16-0. And on their way to a lopsided victory here in the Sunshine State Conference Tournament semifinal. And there's a bounce shot and a save by Grosinger on the shot by Ankowitz as it rolls out of play, and the official right there signaling possession to the Spartans, and a shot clock reset. Carson Fuchs. And now it's sent in the corner to Spears. Behind the net, that was Sam Gotham back there as it's worked back up top. Spears looking for an open teammate, 75 seconds left. Grosinger looked like he was going to cover it up in his goal crease, but the ball is still loose. And neither team able to possess, and it goes in the net. And I think the official is waving it off. Appears to be the case as Grosinger picks it up and sends it to a teammate on the other side of the field, and now back in the middle. And away will go Henry Reedy with a pass up ahead for McCauley. Dylan McCauley being chased. Goes into the corner. And now a pass for Abbas. 40 seconds left in the game. Abbas has 1 goal and 1 assist. He has factored on half of his team's goals. Crosses the Spartan line. A little spin move. The defender went down, takes a low shot, and the save made by Kaplan. Back the other way goes Tampa. Lucas Ryan on the run. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. And Ryan can just hold on to it, although he does send a pass over to John Ware. And the horn goes, the game is over.
Final score,
And the
Tampa
Spartans,
Spartans 21,
in
Embry Riddle
grand
Eagles
fashion,
4.
defeat the Embry Riddle Eagles 21-4
back
to
here this
advance to
Saturday,
the Sunshine
26th
State
at 1
Conference
p.m.
Championship
for
game.
Sunshine State Conference Championship game. We'd
And
like to
that
thank you for
will be
attending.
played here on
Match.
Saturday.
Please have a safe triple.
And the Spartans will play the winner of the Rollins versus Lynn game that will get underway at 6 p.m. today. So the winner will make the trip to West Central Florida to play the Spartans Saturday at 1 o'clock. And we, of course, will have that game for you here on TampaSpartans.tv. But Jesse, this afternoon, this one was all Spartans from the get-go, you might as well say.
Yeah, I spoke too soon in the beginning. It was not a close game like I predicted.
It started out 1-0 in favor of the Spartans. And the Eagles did answer back. And after that, the Spartans pulled away. And Embry Riddle just could never get close as they fall to the Spartans for the second time in 11 days. And a tough way to end the season for an Embry Riddle team that had been 9-6 in the regular season. But as we pointed out, a difficult time for them on the road this season.
2-4.
And now 2-5 as the handshake line forms. And so the Spartans, who were the Sunshine State Conference regular season champions, with a chance to earn the conference championship crown here on Saturday. Final shots on goal were 30-11 in favor of Tampa. Face-offs were 21-7 in favor of the home team. Connor Terrio made 4 saves, and Ryan Kaplan made 3. For the visitors, Grosinger made 5 saves, and Kerr made 4. And the Spartans, a long list of goal scorers this afternoon, led by Bomstad and Kesselring with 3 each. And then 3 players that all had 2 each. It all adds up to a big 21-4 Spartan win. My thanks, as always, to Andre Pyatt. Glad to be joined today by Jesse Kask, and we'll be back on Saturday with the Sunshine State Conference Championship game. I'm Bruce Wozniak, thanking you for watching. The Spartans win.